Well, good morning and welcome back to Westcliff Koi Pond. Right, got a few bits and pieces to tell you this morning. I think on the last one I said I was going up to the doctor's. I had an appointment to see a physio. So went and saw the physio, and he'd had a look on my notes and he reckons that I had an x-ray on that right knee 7 years ago. Well, I can't remember that. And anyway, he's had a look and he showed me a few marks on there. He said it's like a form of gout that I've got there. He said although it's not gout, it's a form of gout, where it's like a build-up of calcium. So he said it's possibly got a little bit worse, so he gave me a letter for an x-ray, which I think that was Thursday, wasn't it? I'm sure it was Thursday. We phoned up on Thursday and we had an appointment Monday, yesterday. So my appointment was for 10 to 3, and boy was we pleased that we had an appointment, because when we got in there it was like a cattle yard. You see it, it's like, honestly, like a cattle market. There was people everywhere. There's people sitting on the floor. They said the waiting time's an hour. Well, there's a woman sitting on the floor there and she went, well, I've been here an hour and a half and they've not moved. So luckily, because I had an appointment, I only went 15 minutes over my appointment time. So that was that. Had my x-ray and they just said, well, get back in touch with GP in 2 weeks for results. But I've not really been out walking, you know, since I fell out that tree, and what with the winter months and -3s, -4s, really didn't want to go walking -3s, -4s. But I think my old body's suffering because I'm not walking, you know, particularly my lungs, and this is the main thing. I don't want to bugger up again. So anyway, I went out, obviously went up to the hospital yesterday. We walked up to the hospital yesterday, which was about 2 miles there and back. So this morning I've gone out, I've just done just over 3.5 miles, which is about 8,000 steps, I think it is. So to get up to me 9,000, which I'm logged in for, we're doing 9,000 a day. But obviously I was doing a lot more than that when I was doing me 7 and 8 miles. I was doing like 17,000 steps, 8 and 9 miles. So I'm going to attempt, I shouldn't really, I don't think, I'm going to attempt to cut my grass. I know, yeah, it's a bit wet. It's a bit wet for cutting grass, I know. But I can only start it up, and I'll do one pass over and see how it churns the grass up. If it's making it too bad, then I'll leave it. But it would be nice to get it done. It's just looking a bit scruffy, you know. It's looking very scruffy. Oh, it's looking very, very scruffy. Well, it's quite short, so it had its last cut of season, whenever it was, but looking scruffy. So if I can get a little cut on it, I'll just put it up at maximum height and just give it a flick, make it look tidier. Anyway, also waterfall. I said I had a man coming over from Essex Koi Keepers to give me some advice on this. Wasn't good news, really. To be quite honest. I mean, I've told him what I was going to do there. I'm going to make a ply box there, an 18mm ply box, and then do the sections, each section in fiberglass, and then finish off just by doing the joints. So he went, right, he went, well, he said if I was you, he said I'd have it all rendered. Do the bottom there, concrete the bottom, and have it all rendered. I said, well, it's too late. I've already bought the ply, so I'm not going to waste 100 quid with a ply. So, and then he said, really, and you've got a leak in the pond, you should do the leak really in the pond. Do the leak first. So he's talked me round to doing it. Do the pond first and bring the new liner right up and over the top, So see the top stones, these very top ones, they're only about 1.5 inches thick. I'm going to try and take all them off, all the way around, put the new liner in, and bring the liner right up over the top of them stones, and then put the stones back. It would look much better. Then he says, do what you was going to do, but the glass fibring's got to be done in one. He said you can't do bits and then just try and do the joints, because as he said, it's just not the way to do it. The correct way to do it is do it all in one, so that it all goes on together and it all seals and dries together, which it makes sense. I say, obviously I've asked the man over for advice because I didn't know. I say he's been doing it for 35, 40 years, building ponds, fiberglassing. So if I'm not going to take his advice, then I shouldn't have bothered inviting him over, really, should I? So I think that's what we're going to do. So unfortunately, this mess is going to stay like this until the weather warms up. And we're actually booked a holiday for the 18th of May, so I'm going to go on holiday on the 18th of May. When we come back after the holidays, after May, then we'll crack on and get going on this. So this is going to stay like this for a few months yet. Sorry boys, but I'm sure they won't give a monkeys, will they? Well, I know they're not monkeys, they're fish, but you know what I mean. So that's that. I was quite upset about the fiberglassing. I thought I was going to buy the fiberglass next week and start getting on with it, start getting all the timber all covered up and, you know what I mean, halfway there. Anyway, then of course I don't know what I'm going to find on the bottom. If I can find where it's leaking from, can I possibly do a repair? As he said, would you do a repair and be happy with it? You could do the repair, it could hold for 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. It might last forever, but it, you know, you never know if it's going to go again, do you? So everything's up in the air at the moment, guys. I'm upset. Anyway, I'm going to try and cut this grass and see how it goes. If it goes any good, I'll flick back and I'll let you have a look. Anyway, see you later. Well, looks like it's cutting all right. There's the before and there's the after. So I'll continue with this and I'll jump back again. Happy days. Well, there you go. Grass is cut. I don't know who said you can't cut grass in the winter. I only give it a little haircut, little short back and sides, but tidied it up a bit. Tidied it up a bit. Took the breath out of me, I know that though. Whew. So that's my bit of gardening done, my bit of walking done. What else we got to talk about? Not a great deal, unfortunately. Still no news from the Royal Brompton. I don't know what's happening there. So I still don't know whether I've had the real procedures or the shams. They did say that it was going to take a couple of weeks before they send off all the tests and everything, and then they call it, it's called unblinding, when they pass all the information over to the American company who's paid for it all, and then they'll let them know whether I've had the real procedure or not, which should have taken about 2 weeks. It carries on like this, it's now sort of heading towards 2 months. So I would still be very surprised if I've not had the real one. Because I say, from sitting in the corner, couldn't move, could hardly get to the toilet. I say, before I had my accident by falling out the tree, I was doing 7, 8 and 9 miles a day. And now after cutting my grass, I've done about 4 miles today, and that's with a gammy leg. So that's my main problem there, is my gammy leg. I've really got to get it sorted one way or the other, because I know if I don't get it moving, I can't sit about. If I sit about, it's going to lock up. As they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. So I've really got to get myself moving, and even if it puts me through agony, I've got to get it moving. I think sometimes when you've got pains like that, if you the more you move it, you sort of warm it up and it gets going. So anyway, watch this space. I'll keep you informed with how my walks are going. Perhaps I'll take you on one of my short walks. But I'm not going out when it's thick frost. I mean, the last couple of mornings here, it looks like an absolute looked like a snow scene. But it was just with frost, you know. But it's just been sort of -2 overnight. This morning it was good. It was +6 this morning, so there was no frost this morning. Anyway, I'll leave you with a little picture of the fishes, and thanks for all the extra subscribers, guys, much appreciated. Thank you very much. I'm now on 591. It would be very nice to get up to 600, of course. If there's any other subscribers out there, I would be very, very appreciative of any new subscribers. It'd be great. So anyway, on that note, guys, I'll hold on a minute. That's what I've got to do as well. All that backboard, that black, that's all got to come down. It's all got to be repainted. Me fishes, they're on close up. They look fine from here, but on close up they look in a bit of a mess. So they might need a bit of a wash and a polish up. They could even do with a bit of a touch up, I think. So anyway, guys, I'll keep you informed. I might take you on a walk one morning, and until then, keep well, keep safe, and keep warm. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Cheers.